Hi, friends. Hey, Chris Kelly here. Well, it's that time of the week again. Mondays have certainly become Tuesdays and even Wednesdays, but what can I tell you? We're busy, so that's a good thing. Anyway, in case you hadn't noticed, I brought a helper to my office today, my baby girl Samantha. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Anyway, she wanted to be in today's video, so I told her she could participate. Hey, there's a bit to talk about with regards to market data. A lot of listings, a lot of pendings, a lot of sales, and the median sales price has broke 500,000 bucks. That's a first. So, anyway, a couple things I wanted to talk about with regards to this week's information. Uh, I had a conversation with a great past client and friend about the market and what's going on, and is it going to crash, and is it not going to crash, and why? And one thing I said to him is, I said, if there's two apples in the bucket and 100 people want apples, and all of a sudden there's more inventory, does that mean that still there's only 100 people that want apples? Here's what I would suggest. There's probably more than 100 people, but because the inventory's been so low, some people are just not really actively participating in the market. So what happens is, if all of a sudden there's 50 apples, well, maybe now there's 150 or 200 buyers in the market for apples. So that's what's going on here. So all of a sudden in a week we have listing inventory go from 472 to almost 700. That's a pretty big bump, about 46%. And I mean, that's a huge bump in a week. But the numbers in pendings and the numbers in solds also bumped up similarly. This is exactly what I'm talking about. More people are going to soak up that inventory because this is what pent up demand is. It's people that would do something if there was something to do, but they don't feel like there is, so they don't, but they would. And all of a sudden, if there's more inventory, then those people re-enter the marketplace. And then what happens is a lot of those people have things to sell, so they end up putting their homes on the market. That just creates a more robust marketplace. Now, eventually, what happens is the rate of homes coming to market exceed them getting soaked out of the market by pending sales, and that's when you start getting the market a little bit more balanced. Here's another thing that happened, and I think this has everything to do with the numbers moving up that dramatically. Interest rates moved up fairly dramatically. At least in the lending world, it was fairly dramatic. Interest rates got up to, I think, 3.5 this last week. So which historically that's ridiculously cheap money. But again, when people get used to seeing 2.75 and 2.625 and 2.5, that's a pretty big bump. So what happens in the short term when interest rates go up? This always happens. Activity. People that are thinking about doing something get off the horse and get after it. So I think that has a lot to do with it too. But this is pretty clear evidence. A year ago, the median sales price, the median days on the market was close to a month, and the median sales price was barely 400 grand. So that's a fairly significant bump in a fairly short amount of time. That's big appreciation, and for all the obvious reasons. So anyway, pretty interesting stuff. So what I always say is, stringing a few weeks together of a trend is what it takes for it to actually become a trend. So we'll see where this goes. I'm excited to see more listings enter the marketplace. I think that's important. I do think we need a balancing in the marketplace. So anyway, as always, here to help, here to answer questions. Whether you need our professional services or not, I am here to help and here to answer questions. So please feel free and reach out if there's anything that I or my team can be doing. All right, till the next time, take care.